dreadful things are 1. Being born into a low family. 2. A low place of birth. 3. Ugliness. 4. Lacking right attitudes. 5. Coarse speech. 1. Birth in a low family. Those of the Sudras, for example, who take birth in low families of the eaters of dead flesh, night soil men, chicken or pig farmers, hunters, executioners, tavern keepers, mercenaries, etc. Such people are very fearful in the great assemblies. The Buddha himself from the very beginning has always taken birth in the lineage of noble Cakravartin kings. He was born into the families of the lineage of Sun kings. King Ting Cheng, King Koai Kian, King Soki, King Mo Ho Tipo, etc. This is why he has no fear. 2. Low place of birth. For example, Nan Ta Lo, Cho Po Li, note by KUMÀRAJIVA, the land of the naked ones. Cho Kielo, Sieu Li, Nan Si, TS'IN. Those who are born in the borderlands are very frightened when they are in the middle of the great assemblies. The Buddha himself, who was born at Kia Pai Lo Po, has no fear. 3. Ugliness. There are people whose physical form is worn out, ruined, thin, and whom no one wants to look at. In the middle of the great assemblies, they too are afraid. The Buddha with his golden color and his brilliance is like the fire that illumines the mountain of red gold. Having such beauty, he is not afraid. 4. Absence of proper bodily positions. In their way of entering, of standing, moving, sitting or rising up, there are people who lack etiquette and they too are afraid. The Buddha does not have any of these defects. 5. Coarse speech. There are people who pronounce badly, stammer, repeat themselves and lack coherence. As they displease people, they have fear. The Buddha has no such fear. Why? The voice of the Buddha is truthful, gentle, continuous, easily understood, neither too fast nor too slow, neither too concise nor too prolix, without subsiding, stainless, without bantering. It surpasses the sounds of the Kia-ling Pai Ki bird. Its letter and its meaning are clear. It causes no harm. Free of passion, it is without blemish. Having destroyed hatred, it is without conflict. Having eliminated error, it is easy to penetrate. Since it increases joy in the Dharma, it is pleasant. Since it opposes wrongdoing, it is safety. It follows another's mind and favors liberation. Its meaning is profound and its expression marvelous. Having its reasonings, it is logical. Thanks to its examples, it is well expressed. Its work over, it reviews it well. Since it takes into account the various minds of others, it is expressed with variety. Finally, all its words lead to nirvana. This is why they are of one taste. Adorning his speech in multiple and innumerable ways, the Buddha has no fear when he speaks. And if, thanks to these purely worldly attributes, the Buddha is without fear, what can be said then about his supramundane attributes? This is why it is said that the Buddha possesses the 4 fearlessnesses. 5. Why distinguish between the powers and the fearlessnesses? Question. Do the 10 powers of the Buddha not contain the fearlessnesses? If they do contain the fearlessnesses, one should not speak only of 4 fearlessnesses, but of 10. If they also contain the subjects of fear, why is it said that the Buddha is endowed with fearlessnesses? Answer. One and the same knowledge in 10 places means that the Buddha is endowed with 10 powers, in the same way that one and the same man who knows 10 things is called after these things. When the 10 powers appear and function in 4 places, these are the 4 fearlessnesses. The first power, the knowledge of things possible and things impossible, and the 10th power, the knowledge of the cessation of the impurities, constitute the first fearlessness 1. Sarvadharmabhi Sambodhi, and the second fearlessness 1. Sarvasravakṣaya respectively. Although the other 8 powers are extensive, it is said that they are mixed up with the third fearlessness Margantarayika Dharmavyakarana and the fourth fearlessness Dukkanirodha Pratipadvyakarana. Thus, although the fearlessnesses are contained in the 10 powers, there is nothing wrong in speaking of them separately. 6. Literal commentary on the Vaisaragya Sutra. A. I am fully and completely enlightened. I am fully and completely enlightened. The Buddha knows all dharmas without error, fully and unmistakenly, in the same way as the other Buddhas of the past. He is therefore called Samyaksambuddha. Thus the Buddha said to Ananda, "That which is unknown to the entire world with its gods and men, the Buddha himself knows completely." This is why he is called Samyaksambuddha. But there are people who say that the Buddha does not know certain dharmas. Question. Who are these people? Answer. In the same place, the Buddha said, a Sramana, a Brahmana, a Deva, Mara, Brahma or someone else. They want to debate with the Buddha and challenge him on his knowledge of certain dharmas. What are these dharmas? For some, it is the sacred texts of which the Buddha has not spoken, 18 great holy texts. Heretical sutras, grammars, arithmetical, Vedas, etc. For others, it is the weight of Mount Sumeru, the thickness of the great earth and the total number of plants. For others, it is the 14 difficult points to which the Buddha has not replied. Is the world eternal or non-eternal, finite or infinite, etc.? For others, it is material dharmas or non-material dharmas, visible or invisible, resistant or non-resistant, impure or pure, conditioned or unconditioned, etc. According to them, the Buddha knows only the causes and conditions of the category of things concerning the Dharma, but in regard to the various causes and conditions of other things, sometimes the Buddha does not know them completely. In the phrase, a Sramana, Brahmana, Deva, Mara, Brahma, or someone else, Sramana means a monk who has gone forth from home. Brahmana means a sage dwelling at home. Deva means an earth deity or a deity of space. Mara is the 6 groups of Kamadevas. Brahma is one of the deities whose leader is Brahma Devaraha and also all the deities of Rupadhatu. Finally, someone else designates all the others with the exception of the previously mentioned. That he is able to speak in accordance with the truth, i.e., being able to object correctly with logic. I do not see the slightest reason to fear. Reason means grounds. I do not see the least grounds for fearing that he will be able to attack me in accordance with the truth. Seeing none, I claim to occupy the place of a Lichar. Note by KUMΑRAJIVA. In the language of the Sin, Cheng Tchou, holy teacher. B. I have destroyed all the impurities. The Buddha proclaims, I have destroyed all the impurities. If people say that he has not destroyed them, he is not afraid. What are the impurities? These impurities are of 3 kinds. 1. Lust impurity. 2. Existence impurity. 3. Ignorance impurity. Furthermore, the impurities are mental events associated with defiled minds arising in regard to the 6 sense organs. Finally, see the Yi TS'IN Liu Chang King, which distinguishes 7 kinds of impurities. C. I have stated the dharmas that constitute an obstacle. By dharmas that constitute an obstacle to the path is meant the impure actions. The conflicting emotions to be remunerated in the bad destinies and, insofar as they are worldly, generosity, morality, the observing of the 10 good paths of action and the enjoyment of the jhanas of delight. In short,